We started our process by just looking at information from the staff, looking at information from parents, looking at information from students. What makes up the whole child and the education that we know that we should be delivering to students to make sure that they can be successful. We really started with our vision, which is our community will inspire each other to build the knowledge, skills, and values in a world that we create. We narrowed it down to 5 different focus areas. So we're looking at social emotional responsiveness, we're looking at personalized learning, citizenship, personal accountability, and community relations. In one of our focus areas, personalized learning, we really were researching, how can we incorporate all those different components and to make each student's educational experience here personalized, because we know all students are different. And how can we incorporate project-based learning? We know that students learn really well with hands-on types of learning. So we came across Summit Learning through KSDE. All the core classes, so math, literacy, social studies, and science, will have Summit Learning, the platform within their curriculum. So the curriculum is the same curriculum as that we've used in the past. It's not what we're teaching, it's how we're teaching the information. It is an online platform, so there's a lot of questions about, how much computer time we have versus how much project time and all that. So 30% of their instructional time is content time, where they're really digging into the content. That content then translates over into the projects that they will be working on in, small groups, large groups, individual, and it just depends on which project they're working on. But that's 70% of their instructional time, is that reality-based, project-based learning time. I would say some of the advantages that we see in doing this model with Summit is that during that time, students are able to move along at their own pace. So if a student is struggling academically in one content, it frees up the teacher to have more one-on-one or small group instruction. So those students that already knew that content or just needed a little bit of reinforcement or a little bit more information, then they can take off with that. They don't have to wait for a whole group instruction. So you have students that are able to move along in that content at different paces. Within Summit is mentoring. So we want to make sure every student has someone that they can connect to in the building. So we have 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes a week for one-to-one mentoring time between a teacher and a student. Part of what we've seen over the last couple of years, really, we've seen it more than that. A lot of students coming in with some different trauma. And even if we have the students that haven't experienced that, we know that it affects the whole classroom. It affects the whole school. Our school is becoming restorative justice trained. We are going to have KIP Corps come in and train up all of our staff in those practices. So we'll have a quick check-in every day of the week. Every Monday morning, we're going to start the day with class meeting and using those practices, and then using those practices throughout the day with students. So the thought behind that is just kind of building a school community, building like a family type of feel within the classroom. The big goal is really to improve our attendance and reduce our tardies and get kids excited about school again and make them want to be here. Something that we've included within our day in the redesign is interest-based enrichment groups. And we purposely put those at the beginning of the day. So we'll have those 3 days a week. We have groups that range from robotics to engineering to animal and science care to gardening. So it really can hit on a bunch of different interests. And it'll be a way for students to start that career exploration. And also part of a requirement for the teachers is to add in, that literacy. So it's an enrichment type of a group. It will be a mix of 5th and 6th grade. So even students building relationships outside their homeroom classrooms in a different grade level, building another relationship with another adult in the building that has a common interest is going to be important too. A component of those groups is that we'll have a quarterly community service project for every group. That was something that really stood out to us, that was important for our community, is that the students know how to be proactive and contributing members to the community. We will switch those groups every quarter, so they'll have 4 opportunities during the school year to try out 4 different interests of theirs. Relationships are the foundation to everything. We can't do what we do here without the support of parents, and I would say they probably feel like they need the support from us too. How can we get parents to be more part of the school community? How can we inform parents better of what we're doing? And then how can we, again, going back to the relationship piece, how can we start out the school year with building that positive relationship? So we're starting the school year with porch visits, and it's really just a quick opportunity for teachers to go out to the home, so to meet the students and the parents at their home, and just a quick hello, start that relationship building. And then as we move throughout the school year, we're going to be having parents, giving them opportunities to come into the building to see what we're doing, to look at the Summit platform in September, and then there'll be some other opportunities throughout the school year to come in and see like what we're doing for the enrichment-based groups. So we believe that the changes that we're going through are really going to be important for our students in moving forward, because we know that things are different in the world. The way that we interact with each other is different. The jobs that we have, even from 5 years ago, they're ever changing. So everything's different. School has been pretty traditional. Structurally, we don't typically change what we're doing. We change little things. So we've really tried to focus in on the things that we feel like are going to be important for our students in moving forward. So as they go on to Chisholm, as they go on to high school, it's going to be important for them in life, if they want to go straight into a career field, or if they want to go to college, So we really feel like we're giving the kids the skills that they need to be successful in whatever direction they choose.